This is Joe Leigh here for Seconds Out with Joe Gallagher. 2 days away from CJ, Callum Johnson's fight. First fight in a long time, I remember when it got pulled, and obviously you were both disappointed, but it's good to finally have him 2 days away, and it looks closer than ever that he's going to be back in the ring.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like I say, it was called off, I think it was 4 weeks ago, something, so full credit to everyone, Frank Warren, Queensborough, BT, for not leaving him out the ring too long and rearranging a fight for him. Obviously, CJ's on a mission, he hasn't got time on his side, and he wants to keep busy, fight, and that's why he has got Saturday night. He's got a really tough fight against Server, who's a good fighter, fought for a world title himself, and it was only like this year he fought the Olympic heavyweight, super heavyweight silver medalist. Was stopped in 6, but he didn't go down, he just finished. This is a real tough fight for Callum Johnson, a real potential banana skin, and yeah, the original opponent couldn't get time off. Obviously, he's a fireman, but he fought himself. I think it was the other weekend, but he wasn't available. So they've got this kid now. So, like I say, it's good. This is a fight that I feel has got to give the rounds we're after for Callum Johnson before a big world title push. I think we will get rounds, and I see this being a points fight.
Yeah, okay. Why do you say that it's a potential banana skin? Do you think people might be underestimating him?
Yeah, 100%. Well, it's like anything that they look at a kid, they look at his age, look at his record. But if you look at the record and look at his 2 losses, like I've said to you, one was a world title and one was the semi-finalist heavyweight, super heavyweight Olympian this year. So they're not bad kids to lose to. But when you sit down and you study and analyse, and you just think, no, this fella's very cute, knows his way around the ring. He beat a good prospect 14-1 last time out, and yeah, he's a cute old fox.
Speaking to Callum a moment ago, he agrees that in order to get that second world title fight, he can fight anyone, but it's best to fight better opponents, so he's prepared more.
Yeah, definitely, and like I said to you, the toughness with this opponent who can punch a bit as well will make Callum switched on, and looking at him, not many people stop this kid. He's only been stopped once, and that's like the super heavyweight Olympic semi-finalist. Do you know what I mean? We're back down to light heavyweight here, so I'm expecting a 10-round fight.
Would you be surprised, would you say, if he does knock him out?
If Callum Johnson, yeah, no, that'd be a very, 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 very good win to be able to do that. I'd say you don't want to, but the opponent suits the type of thing that you'd want before possibly a world title fight, rounds done in the bank and ready to go.
Yeah, because as I say, it's been so long since he has had rounds. Is that the game plan, you'd say, to get those rounds in, and it's more important to do so than getting a flashy knockout?
Yeah, listen, it always is with Callum Johnson. Once the bell goes, Callum becomes Callum, as he always says. There's a switch that turns on, and if you remember rightly, last time we came back after round 1, I said to Callum, realise this is a 10-round fight, and you have to remind him that times, because Callum, as he says, just a switch goes on him, and that's it, he's out there. And like I keep saying, he reminds me a lot like Nigel Benn back in the day. It's just like he's all or nothing in the ring, Callum Johnson.
This will be breaking news to a lot of people. Just mentioned NATASHA JONAS is unfortunately not going to be fighting. It's been a long time now since she's been in the ring. Just instant thoughts on that, her opponent having to pull out?
No, she never had an opponent. No, she never had an opponent. I'm really, really, really gutted for Natasha. What she's been through this week is absolutely criminal. I won't say too much about it, but I feel really, really sorry for her. She did really well against Katie Taylor. She was training for a fight in the Garden in the summer. Then there was the other dates that weren't available, and then there was this day, and then there's been opponents that have been knocked back, opponents that have been put forward. And the poor girl, I'm not talking bad in a derogatory way, but the poor girl, what she's been through this week, up 1 minute, down the next minute, and obviously at the same time looking after her daughter and everything else. Huge show in Liverpool. She was so excited to be fighting in front of Liverpool, in front of her fans again within 2 years, and for her not to be on the show is disappointing. And not only that though, if you look at that show, Natasha's got, apart from, I'd say, Liam Smith due to his fights in Mexico and America, NATASHA JONAS has got the bigger profile and popularity, and I'm sure it's a shame for everyone involved that Natasha isn't on that bill, but I'm really gutted. She's worked so hard, and she's been in the gym for June, July, and we're here in October and still no fight, so I'm really gutted for her. I just spoke to her 40 minutes ago when she phoned me, and I just feel sorry for her, I really do.
obviously no opponent then. Why do you think that is? Maybe even, like you said, just getting back in the ring, being in Liverpool, an opponent that she could have beaten comfortably?
Yeah, she was due to come back in an 8-round contest, and for whatever reason they couldn't get any opponents. There were some opponents that were put forward, but they were from red countries, so I think there's problems then coming in visas, COVID or whatever. So so it is what it is. That you need to speak to Natasha. She knows all what's gone on. But I'm really gutted for her family, her friends, everyone wanted to come and see her, and also from the people of Liverpool. She's a girl that if she walked in this room now on the back of that news, she'd still have a smile on her face, and that's how she is, Natasha. She's an amazing woman.
Busy night of boxing, of course, and obviously America's got the big heavyweight clash. Before we go on to that, obviously headlining the bill, Callum Smith against Anthony Fowler. We spoke a bit about this before, but obviously 2 days out, is there anything that's changed? And once again, for the people who haven't seen, what do you predict in that fight?
No, yeah, like I say from the original outset, Callum Smith, Liam, if he turns up like Liam Williams won, snarling, full of spite, and gets off to a good quick start, I think I fancy Callum Smith. Callum Smith can box. People forget that he can fight. They just think of him as a kid that comes forward. You've seen the Liam Williams rematch, he can box in the back foot. Fowler's got to be coming hugely motivated. Shane McGuigan will be getting into his head. He'll be looking after him this week, and it's a huge opportunity for Anthony Fowler. Anthony Fowler can turn around and go, listen, I'm not expected to win. No one's picked me to win. I've not fought at any level, so there's no pressure on me. The pressure's on Callum Smith. Callum Smith's expected to win. Everyone in Liverpool wants him to win. Do you understand? So Anthony Fowler could say, well, come on then, come and do what everyone's saying to do. There's no pressure on Fowler. But if Anthony wins, that's got to be huge for Liam, that. Do you know what I mean? It'd be like, what does Liam do then? I don't see that. I think Liam's got to get off to a good start, sharp, quick. He can't allow Fowler to get 3 or 4 rounds up, and he can't allow himself to be touched. He's got to box well, sharp, quick. Fowler's got to be on red alert early on. He'll be sharp, good backhand on him, and it'll be an interesting fight. I think once it settles down into rounds 5, 6, and we're in the fight, it'll be a really good fight. And then I think down the championship rounds, I think where the fight will be won.
If Liam is to win, I know you said you think it's unlikely. Sorry, if Anthony Fowler's to win, where would Liam go? Do you think there's many options? Obviously, there's options, but do you think he would fight for much longer?
I think he'd want a rematch straight away, but it's all ifs, buts and buts and maybes. But I think Callum Smith would demand a rematch straight away. Whether there is a rematch in it, I don't know, but it'll be interesting. It's a good fight. The whole of Liverpool's looking forward to it. They're all talking about it, and it's just a shame that they didn't get to see NATASHA Jonas on the bill. Yeah,
of course. Later on that night, as mentioned, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder 3. Did you watch the press conference yesterday? Do you think anyone's in anyone's head?
No, I only seen what everyone's seen this morning, the 30-45 seconds clips of them on the stage. Tyson Fury stood up, giving it Deontay giving it back. Then we've seen Bob Arum giving it some journalists, and then laying into Kate. Yeah. So it's all added spice, as they say, but it's a good fight. It's an exciting fight. Deontay Wilder seems to be very composed, not ruffled, and is just looking forward mostly to doing it. It's interesting. Obviously, he's got Malik Scott, who's obviously he lost to Deontay. It's his first time in the corner in a huge event. It depends how the pressure gets to him. But Tyson Fury is full of Tyson Fury, bullish, confidence. Had 2 fights with him before. Adamant he's got to go in and do that. And I'm sure him, Andy Lee, Sir Sugar Hill, ain't got to walk in there expecting it to be thingy. They're going to be cute early on, not walk onto anything silly, and make sure they get the job done. And it's how Deontay Wilder reacts to Tyson Fury landing on him. It's whether the walls are craving quick again, or whether he goes, nah, I'm coming back at you. Very much a bit like Holyfield Bow in the bigger man and the little man has Wilder. People forget how good a fighter Wilder is for his weight and what he's achieved. He's beat some good resumes, he's made some good world title defences, and he can punch. And that shows you he can get you in the first round, and he can get you last round like he got Tyson first time. But I just think Tyson's a heavyweight of this era that you most probably would have put in the Bow era, Lewis era, Ali era, that era. Deontay Wilder, I wouldn't think you would.
One thing on Deontay, it's almost certain that he is going to land a big punch though.
it's very hard to land on Tyson Fury. His boxing skills, his ring craft, his movement around the ring are very understated. It's hard. People say it's an easy task to do, but plenty have tried and they've landed, but he got back up.
Yeah, good point. And in the second fight, he didn't actually land one strong hit.
He did in the first 2 rounds, Deontay. He did. He landed a good right hand in one and a good one in the second. And I think Tyson then thought, right, I'm going to have to get you before you get me, and set about him.
That's why he joined the Kronk Gym. Hey, one more thing to talk about quickly. Obviously, Callum Smith getting his first win at light heavyweight. Fantastic knockout on the AJ undercard.
Yeah, there's a good performance by Callum Smith. We knew all along, listen, when Callum Smith fought in Madison Square Garden, after that I said to Callum, then now was the time to move up to light heavyweight. But obviously we had the Ryder mandatory put on us, and then obviously there was always the Carrot Canelo. But yeah, Callum, like I said, that extra half a stone on him, like I say, looks great, looks better all around fight week, and made a good impression on his debut in the light heavyweight division, and a clinical finish of a right hand as well, which was quite worrying to see the effect that it had with, I think everyone was, and I think in our group chat we were going, we don't want to wish the worst, but what if that fella was dead at the time? Because we were all thinking, wow, and then we were all saying, do you think the show would have continued if the poor fella had passed away? But anyway, listen, let's not talk too negative. It was a good performance by Callum Smith as far as in his punching power. He looked the part.